everything, really. I own IBM. I am the creator of the iPad, the laptop, the iPhone. I own BlackBerry. I created BlackBerry. The new BlackBerry Curve is a phone that was designed by me. Also, the BlackBerry Torch, I also designed. Samsung, I own Samsung as well. I created the first touchscreen cell phone. I own the copyrights to everything. I'm a very wealthy man, but I live a modest life. I have not received any of the funds from anything that I created or that I own. I created the email. I'm the creator of the email. You can look this up. These are all things that can be proven. Most people will look at me on here and think that I'm crazy because I look young. And because of me being so young, I'm a child prodigy, but my parents are not the most trustworthy people. I love them. They show me love, but at this time, they have not been on my side. So at this time, I'm giving this message because I have been put out on the street. I have been homeless. And I'm being ignored by the people here and the citizens in the city of Atlanta. And I'm also being ignored by the one whom everyone is acknowledging as the president, and this is Barack Obama and his administration. I've called the White House numerous times. I've called the Pentagon, because the Pentagon are the ones who are supposed to be overseeing this evaluation of the people. Most of the people at the Pentagon do not understand or know about the doomsday. Most of the people who work in Washington, D.C. and the Pentagon are people who were created at Washington, D.C., who was created, at NASA. The people in the Pentagon who are currently there do not know about the doomsday and are just now learning about the doomsday because they are people who were created at NASA, and these people were placed there because the other people who worked there were killed. They had to be killed because rapper Future, Kavitius Jackson Cash, he's someone who went on the Pentagon property with witchcraft, and it cursed a lot of the people there. This is what 9/11 was about at the Pentagon. When the plane crashed into the side of the Pentagon, it was to kill off people who were cursed so that they wouldn't go against me at this time. With me being who I am, people who have my blood, who are cursed, will go against me. That's what the curse does. Rapper Kavitius, or rapper Future, whose name is Kavitius Jackson Cash, has been working with George Bush Sr. since he was at the age of 12. George Bush Sr. seeked to sabotage my future at this time because he wanted me not to own the United States of America and the gold because he wanted to keep the gold in the Bush family. George W. Bush Sr. is a cousin of mine. We are related through blood. But George W. Bush Sr. has a jealous streak, a very vicious jealous streak against mainly against black people. We have a friendship that we've never been close, but we've never had hostility toward each other, but he does show hostility to me by the things that he do behind my back. Most of the people in this earth do not know that they have been cursed by George W. Bush Sr. because there was a curse done on the people who have my blood, black, white, Chinese, and Mexican as well. It only took 10 people to drink pig's blood for the entire earth to be cursed. And this is not the earth, but the people in the earth who carry my blood. This is a curse that was done back in 2005. Once he saw that it was getting closer to the time of me coming into possession of all of the things that I own. George Bush Sr. went to a company that I own, which is the ABC network. He hired radio engineers to control people who have metal in their mouth. Most people at this time don't know about the devices that they were born with. If you were born or have a birth certificate with the name Ashley Robin Wallace on it as your father, I must tell you, you all were born with chips inside of you. I requested this because I needed to keep up with the people who were being developed on this planet. You were all what we call created human beings, designed, some by computer and some just mixtures of different people and DNA, the people who I love. Everyone, mainly at this time on this earth, have my DNA in their blood. Black, white, Mexican, Chinese as well. I'm telling you all this because I need you to be aware that you are being controlled. George Bush hired radio engineers to speak through a lot of people, mainly black people, who are being controlled here in the city of Atlanta to keep me hidden. There are other black people who are cursed, who are going against me in this city. It's being done secretly through devices which are implanted inside of me. Being that these devices are planted inside of me, it makes it easier for them to torture me. I've been being tortured with these devices since March of 2013. This has been allowed by then President Barack Obama, who knew of what was going on and has been planning this secretly himself before he even became the president. Barack Obama was elected president, but he was also placed in office. He would have become president whether you voted for him or not. And this is how this country runs. Everyone who's ever been a president here in the United States, they become president because their name is in the Holy Bible. That's why it says, "In God we trust." No one in this country has ever become a president if your name isn't in the Bible and it's not meant for you to be the president. Presidents of this country are chosen by the Eastern Star, which are the reptilians of the sun. The reptilians are alien species which guard the sun and the gate of the sun. They are the ones who choose who's going to be the president. He was chosen, so was I. At this time, during this change, I was trying to keep Barack Obama in the forefront, and I was going to continue to run from behind, like I've been doing since I was 4 years old. I'm having to come out with this evidence and come up front with it because people need to know that you're facing the end of the earth at this time because of greed and jealousy. Barack Obama is someone who was resurrected from the bones of Abraham Lincoln. I know it because I requested it, and that's who he is. He's not 54 years old. He's only 26 years old. He's been on this planet for 26 years. He was developed, and he came out or grew up fast because we developed a serum called the human growth serum, which came from, if anyone knows, you can look him up, it's called the tree man. He was a kid who was born, who has tree limbs growing out of him, but he's about 7, 8 feet tall. I'm the one who discovered DNA. I am the one who named DNA. All of this can be proven. I need the people in the public of the earth and the world to know that Atlanta, Georgia at this time is the center of the earth, and the government is switching over to the city of Atlanta at this time. It's being done secretly. I'm coming out with it now because I have to warn people that Barack Obama is secretly trying to become a dictator. He hasn't spoken with me, which he was supposed to. I have 2 children who are on the Ashley Robin Wallace Bill of Rights, signed by former President Bill Clinton. This is a bill that certifies that I am supposed to come into possession of not only my 2 children or my 3 children who are on the bill, but there are 2 that are mine specifically. Their names are Robin and Rihanna Wallace. They are the heirs of my estate. I am a gazillionaire, a trillionaire, but I have never gotten any of my money. I created the email so that I could secretly receive my money, but my email was hacked because the Williams family, who are a part of the Freemasons, they waited on me and watched me until I created the email and received all of my money through email. This is money that has come from the Vatican. If you watch on YouTube, there's a video that speaks of the money with a name on it. The money that was prayed over by nuns that comes from the Vatican has a name on it. The name is Ashley Robin Wallace. This money, which is about $662 billion, was stolen by Providence Missionary Baptist Church here in Atlanta, Georgia, Pastor Gerald L. Durley, and Antonio Marquise Williams, who's a child molester. He's also someone who's not human. He was created at NASA, and he's a human android. If anyone has seen him, report him to your local authorities, call the National Guard or the U.S. Army. They will be able to check him. He has a chip, but he's also has a computer device inside of him. He was created from android blood. We're now in the spiritual age. This information isn't being told by the United States government at this time, but I have taught the entire country through my secret device. Everyone here in the United States, you are either a Freemason. If you're younger, you are part of the Great Illuminati. At this time, the Freemasons Brotherhood are being discontinued all over the earth. That's because I am the Freemason. And because the Freemasons have not done their job, which is freeing Mary's son. I'm Mary's son. My mother's name is Mary. I'm the one with the red star. Most people who are Freemasons or Illuminati know who I am. They know that I'm coming to ownership of everything. At this time, I am the ambassador of the entire earth, the 46th President of the United States of America. It can all be proven because it's documented under the Ashley Robin Wallace Bill, which is a protocol backed by the United Nations. It's being ignored by the Obama administration, but all of my laws are being passed all over the entire earth. At this time, because of the the non-acknowledgement of who I am by the Obama administration, certain laws are being passed here in the United States, but in the city here of Atlanta that I own, which is now one of the richest cities in the world, but it's not being announced, of course. But Mayor Kasim Reed, who is also someone who was created at NASA from an alien called the Cleon. If you've ever watched Star Trek, these are real aliens. The United States government and the United Nations, we all made a pact, a universal pact with extraterrestrial aliens at this time because of the universal change, which we call the dancing of the stars. Well, we have been going through what they call a planetary rotation. We're no longer in the same galaxy, and we are now living amongst extraterrestrials. Most people have experienced the visitation of aliens back in 2011. These were extraterrestrials who were coming back to the earth to see their children who were created at NASA. A lot of people who are on this planet at this time during the spiritual age needed to be evaluated because they were created at NASA, but they were created from different alien species, the Cleons, the Martians, the Venetians. Some people are purebred aliens that look like they're human. These things were supposed to be being evaluated by the Pentagon, but because of the secrecy here in the United States of America, most people have forgotten who they are because their brains have been being erased by NASA. NASA at this time was supposed to be the new governmental facility of the United States of America because NASA watches over the entire Earth and the universe. At this time, NASA here in America has to be shut down. It has to be shut down because they have gone against the owner of the country. These people are the ones who have created all of the devices for me at this time. Everything is synced to me. I am implanted with chips that control the wind machine in space. I'm implanted with chips that control the computers. I'm implanted with chips that control even certain ships for me so that I can get off of the planet in case of an emergency. The doomsday is something